we are similar in practice and in execution. See, Key, when one ascends to be a champion, he draws the best in the world. You see, it doesn't end when you win the title. You know that, and I know that. Because every challenge after that is greater and greater and greater until you are defeated, until you reach the inevitable. Well, Key, you won your championship. You sent out your beacon, and the inevitable has arrived. Be prepared, Key. Bring your honor. Bring your respect. Bring your violence. Because I assure you this. Samoa Joe's coming. Hell's coming with them. And I will be the Jersey All-Pro heavyweight champion.
Here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Wiggy time on the fly. Wiggy time in the house. And we are going back to August. No, let me see here. April 21st. I want to say 2007. Rahway, New Jersey. Rahway Rec Center. You people should be able to figure this one out. That's Samoa Joe with the beads on his neck. The metal beads. His signature beads. And this is, I guess, TNA time. Yeah, TNA time. That makes a lot of sense. 2007. This is pre-Benoit. Or is this 2008? I can't tell. But anyway, it's Samoa Joe in the black and orange, representing his favorite wrestler. At least he's not wearing brown, am I right? And there I am with my shaved head. Yeah, I think this is 2008. I had a shaved head in 2008. Trying to make Joe laugh. Doesn't work. Joe's all business. And now here comes his opponent, the current and defending, reigning and defending, Jersey All-Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion, Low Ki. Yeah, I want to say this is 2008. This looks 2080. I think I had my frosted tips 2007. Might even be 2007. I don't know when the fuck this was. April was sometime. Yeah, it was pre-2002. Pre-2022. Post-2002. Somewhere in between. I dare Low Ki to get to the ring. I gave you a little Samoa Joe promo right there. There he is. This might be Low Ki's best look. The shorts, just, look different. Low Ki now. He is the champ. Who do you win the belt from? Doesn't matter. But this is JP's Apex here. They were doing really good here. They always had a sold-out crowd here at the Rahway Rec Center. They always had a following. And, God, JP was just my favorite Fed. It was home and it had its great moments, its bad moments, its good moments. Made you laugh, made you cry. As you counted your $40 in your envelope. I made more than that. And now here I am checking the champ. And since they're going to do NWA entrances, I can give a little background. So this is the first time I reffed them one-on-one. I had reffed them against each other in a match before. A little background on Joe, for those of you who wouldn't know. For the most part, I think everybody likes him. At least in my realm, everybody liked him. A history nerd. And I didn't know that because I am also a history nerd. And I would have talked to him more about that. Had conversations about that. Low Ki, Dick. Low Ki, just not as friendly as Joe. I think Joe's a little friendlier. Ki can be, or as Homicide would say, I said Low Ki a dick, but Brand is mad cool. So, which is pretty accurate. But Low Ki in the ring, I mean, what an athlete. Just unbelievable. And Joe, what an athlete for his size. You take a look at Joe, you're like, oh, he's a sloppy fat guy. And anyone who's never seen him could say that. Once you've seen him work, you're just like, he takes your breath away. He's just, and I'm glad they finally made the WWE, or went to the WWE, I should say, and got his due. Got to be seen by a much bigger audience. Because, yeah, he was in TNA, but he was floating around in there. And I didn't watch any of his WWE stuff. The only match of his I watched at WWE was his match against Rey Mysterio Jr. at WrestleMania, the one I was at. Because I just never spent my time watching WWE. Came to a point where I was just watching all old stuff, and even to this day, I don't. Nice stalemate there. But anytime these two got together, you wanted to watch it. Maybe not here at Jersey All Pro, but they had an epic battle at Ring of Honor, 1-on-1, end of 2002, where it was just the stiffest match you've ever want to see. It was just a fight. I think Loki's ex-girlfriend at that time got raped, I believe. And something like that. And Loki went up to Joe. He was like, "You mind if we're stiff tonight?" Something like that. And Joe was like, "Okay." And if you ever can see that Ring of Honor match, 1-on-1, Joe and Loki, it was just brutal. It was epic. This one, not so much. But, they're two athletes, two competitors, and it gets testy in there. But Loki, see what he's doing? It's his grappling style. He could do this with certain guys. And with Joe, he could do it better, as good as he could do it against anybody. See the shoulders, making sure the shoulders are down, not down, not down. And Joe's in the ropes. Good reffing there by Ref Hansen. How about that? For a change. I hate when I say because I probably do that 40 times a match that I put up here. God, look at Loki's body. It's just like perfect. He had an excellent size for a wrestler. I mean, for this day and age anyway. Because even 2007, the big guy was getting to, I guess, Great Khali and Kane and Undertaker, Big Show. You had your guys on top. But on the indies and things like that, Loki was a big guy. Joe takes Loki down. We're seeing great grappling here. Very, very, very good wrestling. I probably haven't watched this match since I reffed it. And I wanted to put it up and share, but you find people. The boys at Modtron Video putting this together. Modtron Productions, #1. Joe kept those beads on the whole time. Every time he worked. Isn't that something? I forget why no one tried to just rip him off. Loki rolls Joe over, and we're seeing quite the stalemate, quite the grapple. I hope they wore their axe. I see that little motion I did right there. I'm not really saying anything or doing anything. I'm just making it look like I'm doing something. Loki would do this, and I would never understand it. He would just lay like that in the reverse fetal position, I guess that is. And it was a form of, I don't know much about that shit. I don't know about judo and karate and all that stuff. But he would incorporate that into wrestling, and it would work. Like, look at that. It's just a cool little move. It's different. So I love when people, and I'm not saying everything Loki did was original from him, but CM Punk is looked at as, oh, he's an innovator. He does this. And no one looks at stuff that like Joe did and Loki did. They do, or AJ Styles does. But it's like the focus was on one guy. And there's so many guys back then that were just different. Yeah, everybody steals from everybody. That's going to happen. Guys today, little kids today are stealing from, who's a star now? Roman Reigns, I guess. They might. I wish they wouldn't, but they might. Joe whips Loki up. No, not going to work. There's a chop. And Joe's a guy you probably don't want to chop. I think I told this story before on here. I'll tell it again. One of my past videos. Samoa Joe, a lot of the Northeast wrestling guys, I won't say everybody was in the room. It was not, I don't remember everybody. It was like 8 of us. Me, Samoa Joe, and the NEW crew. We're all in the hotel room. We're all having beers, sitting there talking about wrestling, talking about life. Joe was getting ready for his flight. It was early the next morning. We were all going to crash and drive home the next day. Well, I had too much liquid courage, and I was talking mad shit to Joe. I'm like, you're not stiff, blah, 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 blah. I was like, I could take your best shot. And Joe's laughing. He's like, Hanson, it's going to hurt. And I was like, yeah, fuck you. I could take your shit. Ooh, nice slap. Long story short, too late. He slapped me, and I went down like a ton of bricks. Yeah, fuck me up. But it was well-deserved by me because I was an idiot running my mouth. Don't ever mess with Joe. Joe's awesome. Joe, wherever you are, if you ever do see this, I have very fond memories of you driving around for Northeast Wrestling, me picking you up at the airport, which I did, admittedly, and refereeing you at Ring of Honor, Jersey All Pro, everywhere. Just always good to see you. May not have been the same back. I remember you saw me at WrestleMania, barely gave me a hello, but you could have been Who knows what people go through at WWE. Everyone's different backstage at WWE. But I hope you think of me well, and you're a good guy. Low-key, I know thinks of me well. I'm low-key's probably mentor in a lot of ways. I believe that. I got a bridge to sell you. Joe working Key in the corner. See, this building is great, but I don't want to say it looks like shit lit up. But God, it's so much better in the dark. Well, every building really is. I don't know why it was light. This could have even been 2006. I'm trying to figure out the timeline. I'm going to say it's 2008. I'm going to say it's 2008. Couldn't be 2006. I had frosted tips in 2006. So 2008, I was bald. Yeah, that would make sense. I know what year it is by hairstyles. Sorry. I mean, that's just how I do. Low-key working Joe down with kicks. Pretty standard match by these two. Low-key versus Samoa Joe. You're seeing it right here on the Wiggy Time on the Fly. That Reppin' Guy channel. Like, comment, subscribe. Do all that stuff, will you? Low-key can't negotiate the body slam here. Joe cuts. Everything he did looked like a fight. The elbows, the knees. He just, I don't know, just such a fan. I could watch him against anybody, but it's just weird, you know, when you get out of wrestling, you just don't watch anything new. You only want to watch the old stuff or the stuff that you never saw. This building. I'm trying to think of what life was like back then. The Indies, you still got booked over the phone, over emails, but this is when really Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and maybe not Instagram, but Facebook, MySpace was the big boy back then. Facebook was around, not as popular as today. And then Twitter, I think Twitter was around back then, right? I'm asking, Key, do you submit, baby? Do you surrender? You want to give this up? You look finished. Look at that bridge. Look, he was so bendy and so bendable. Loki reversing it into a leg lock. Is that it for Joe? Very, very standard, basic stuff, but good wrestling. Because, I mean, on most of this card, guys did A through Z. Just like Ring of Honor. Everyone wanted to do too much. Everyone's like, well, that's the way wrestling is now. Well, it's not as good as it was back then. Maybe we can steal stuff from back then. You know, just an idea, just a thought. Loki gonna give a slam to Joe. He's gonna try it again, and no. He's gonna try it again, and no. Joe cuts him off. That's that, you know, the smaller guy has to work so much harder than the big man to get him down. 1, 2. You're only gonna get 2. Joe tried, but could not negotiate more than a 2 count on the champ. And if guys were a little more reliable back then, sorry for the shake. Guys are more reliable back then. Jersey All Pro really could have took off here. Hey, you know what? They couldn't. Because WWE was weak. I was on the downfall. TNA was a weak number 2. As the Honky Tonk Man once said, if Vince McMahon went out of business, TNA would have still been number 2. And he's probably right. They just, I mean, Russo was right in their TV forever. They lost Spike. Dixie Carter came in, didn't know anything. It's just, it's such an opportunity, but it killed it for so many guys. Killed it for so many guys. When WCW and ECW went out of business, it just killed it. You know, a whole generation passed, and just there was nowhere to go. It sucked. Well, I'm going off on a tangent. You're seeing great ground action here. Very Japanese-like. Good stuff. Old school wrestling. NWA-ish too. It's wrestling the way you like it. Low-key now. Throwing those kicks to Joe. You're not going to beat Joe with that. And Joe is still the presence of mind. And see, I'm selling everything I can. The more the ref sells, I think the better the match looks. It can be overdone. I'm sure I've done it. Nice move by Joe. Joe did that better than anybody. And Loki sold most better than anybody. He was just such an athlete. I'll say it again. Best in-ring athlete I was ever in the ring with, low key. 1A would be AJ Styles. They might be tied. Red was ridiculous. Christopher Daniels was ridiculous in his own right. Christopher Daniels is one of those guys that, like, the back of his card said infield, outfield. He was just good at so many departments. Nice kick by Joe. You know, my mouth is getting full of wrestler semen. Let me shit on somebody. Where's Papa Don? 2 count only. As I said, I haven't seen Low Key in 3.5 years. I haven't seen Joe in a little over 3.5 years. Almost 4. And I probably won't see them again. It's just the way life is. Unless I get back in it. That's the cool thing about wrestling, too. Your best friend could take over tomorrow. As a writer in WWE, get you signed. You win the IC belt. I don't even know if that thing still exists. You win the Universal belt. How stupid that is, huh? When I heard that was a thing, I almost cried. Remember when it was just the WWF World Heavyweight Champion? Nice knee. I mean, Vince Russo was quoted as saying belts don't mean anything. Well, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. If belts don't mean anything, then nothing means anything. The whole idea is to wrestle for a belt, for a championship, to be the best. Competition, to me, it's low-key great. Samoa Joe, great. These guys, great. Flair, Steamboat, Savage, Steamboat, Perfect, Brett. It was all about a belt, a chase for the title. You just don't have that anymore. I know, like, wrestling is nothing lasts forever and things just adapt and things change, but it's just, I don't know. Oh, that looked awesome. Great move. Great work by both of these guys. Kind of dig Loki with the gold trim on the kick pads. Why do you wear Loki? Loki, why do you wear kick pads? Do you kick? Well, actually, yeah, you do. Why do you wear kick pads? You don't kick. You kick? I see where you're going with that, but how about we do this? Now I'm going for the count. Key. Selling like a motherfucker. I'm very impressed. I'm not surprised. He's very, very, he's great at what he does. Joe, now, I don't even remember this show. That's weird. The first couple years you get into professional wrestling, you remember everything, but after that, it's just a blur. I mean, there's some shows I did in 2006. I'm like, I don't even remember that. Joe, oh, nice kick. Down goes Key. Ba-boom. No water in the pool. Loki, look at that. That's what you should do. And finally gets the slam. Yes, yes. Look at the pop from the people. Learn, kids. Learn from this. That's why it got a pop. They teased it before. Loki's getting his brains beat in by Joe. Joe almost got him. Loki has the intestinal fortitude, digs down deep, gets the body slam. See, when you build things and you set things up, hey, maybe it'll work. There's a crazy idea, huh? Joe goes for Joe now. Oh, and now he's on the defense. Now he's backed in the corner. Here comes the Key heat. And if Loki was a little bit better at babyface, the crowd would be going insane. But he just, he wrestled as a wrestler. He didn't wrestle as a babyface. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just he could get so much more out of it. But you know what? Maybe not, because it's not his style. But Loki, and you know what I give Loki credit for? He was a pretty good heel too. Because he's like a heel in real life. There's that kick that he only knocked Dan Moff out with. It's weird how that happened. Okay, look at his face. Now, there it is. That's what you needed. Now the people getting behind him goes for a cover. Look at the facials that a Low Key too. I don't know where Key is today. I hope he's still working somewhere. He also was my favorite guy to ref for in the beginning because just his matches were so different and he just stood out from everybody. There's that comeback and then the kick. Is it going to be enough? No. Joe grabbed the rope. And that's why I'm in the ring, because I'm good enough to handle that. You know, if you weren't good enough, you wouldn't have been there. And Jersey All Pro, for all their faults and for the things that they missed, they did bring me a lot. They brought everybody a lot that was a fan of them. That's why I want to showcase these matches on my channel. I want to expose them everywhere. Please share these. Share everything. I want people to see these great matches that were hidden, that probably no one's ever seen. It's 2007. It's 15 years ago. Oh, wow. Nice knee. Does that do it? No leg hook. No leg hook. See? But that's good. It's a good falsie right there. Joe not going for the leg hook. It gives the people to say, he missed something. Nice power bomb. 1, 2. Is he going to do his thing? Yes, he is. Right into the STF. Oh, and Loki trying to block. And you know what? See how Loki's trying to block it? Guys don't even do that right. Not saying I can either. I'm just saying there's an art to it. And Loki knows the art. That's why he's there. Joe really pulling back hard on that STF. But will it be enough? Will it be enough? No, apparently it won't, because he gave up on the move himself. See, I just hate that the lights are on. I hate being able to see the ceiling. I mentioned that in my first video. I don't know why that bothers me so much, because if it looks like it's not so high, it looks like the building's small. I don't know. It's one of those stupid pet peeves I need to just get over. Joe, not knowing what to do to finish Low-Key off here, but he's going to try to come up with something. God, I wonder if I've refereed in that building more than any other one. God, those chops. I mean, it's not their worst chops, but God, their soft chops hurt. I've been chopped by Low-Key 11,000 times, so I know which ones hurt and which ones don't. He fucking chopped me in the back one day. I thought I was dead. I almost fought him. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to see how good I can do. Because every fight, everybody's in every fight, any given Sunday. Except against Haku. Oh my God, Low-Key with the kicks. Those kicks look great, and he knew how to work them too. The double stomp to the back, the sweat on Joe's back made Low-Key slip. Is that enough? Another one, and that's enough. Low-Key, if you get on him, you might have him here. And then, what a falsie. It's great reffing. It's great selling. It's great baby face. Great. And there really is no baby face and heel in this. Key going for that Dragon Sleeper. That's his real finisher, is the Dragon Sleeper. Boy, when he put you in that, you'd think it was real. Just ask Azra. Ask Deranged. Low-Key. Not enough. And oh, nice. Joe takes him down. Is that 3? No. Ooh, nice. They're going to fool me on every count because I really don't remember the finish. Time limit draw, double DQ. Samoa Joe beats Low-Key with his foot on his chest. Could be anything. Every eye is trained in that ring except that idiot walking around with his shirt over his shirt. So, yeah, tough guy. Let me walk around so I can be on the DVD. That chick's going to get some hot dogs. Like, dude, this is a great match. Or she's going to, I don't know how she's going to get those hot dogs. Joe, go. Nope. That's that move that unfortunately put TJ Wilson down. I'm sure that ate Joe up. And TJ got hurt on that. TJ Wilson, if you're watching this, love you, miss you. Another great guy. Low-Key, no, going for sunset into a flip too. Got him. It was 3. Wow, I wasn't paying attention to my own count. Joe was going for his buster. Didn't quite work out. Nice finish. Nice cold finish. Low-Key gets the W over Samoa Joe. Awesome match. God, I'm glad I put this one up. Let me say my goodbyes now. For Sean Wiggins, I'm Ref Hansen. Really hope you enjoyed this one. Like, comment, subscribe. Support indie wrestling forever. If there's anything you can ever do for me, just let me know. But it's time to go to bed. And Excellent match. Great match by these two. And I hope they see it, enjoy it. And I'm glad I put it up. Ooh, the old school Samoa Joe shirt. Joe rolling out of the ring. Not going to even do no handshake. We're going to stay here and follow this. Joe kept those beads. I haven't had those since senior year. Wish I kept them. You know what? I'm bringing them back. The choker. Winner! Low key's your winner. Well, folks, arrivederci and ciao. And if there's anything I can ever do for you, just let me know. I mean, anything you could ever do for me, just let me know. I fucked up my own joke. And thank you for enjoying this. This was fun to put up. Fun to go back in time. I really didn't remember to finish this match. All right, peace. I've talked enough. Bye. Signing off.